you for bearing with us, everybody, as we deal with technical problems, which has never happened before on this stream. And welcome back to the Little Ghosty Games channel as we return to Jammy Dodgers after a little hiatus and a little bit of tech problems. My name is JStation64 and it's lovely to be back GMing this evening as we play the Jammy Dodgers and the Secrets of Scrumberry, the homebrew intro campaign of the D&D 5e leading eventually into the Spelljammer adventure. I am joined, as always, by the three wonderful adventurers extraordinaire and the characters that they have chosen to play. So let's meet them and see how they're doing and how they're getting on. Starting with Ghost of Sunny. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing very well, thank you. Now that I don't have a mystery echo from my phone.
Mystery
good.
echo. Mystery echo. Mystery.
Mystery echo. Thanks. It's an echo, but it's not a mystery. That's okay.
And how's Bask doing? Do you remember how Bask was doing? It's been a while.
He is doing pretty good. We do have dragon scale arrowheads, which are exciting, and he has a very fine hat. So all in all, good times. Good time to be Bask.
Yeah, Bask got the fancy new hats from Traevous.
Hat of holding.
Hat of holding. As well as some pointy dragon scale arrows which they fashion, which is very cool. And yeah, excited to be back and see Bask in action and hear the wonderful Bask voice. Next up we have Amadan. How are you doing, Amadan?
Alright, my lovers. I'm doing very well, thank you. Very, very well. It's a Thursday, what could be better? Jump, what was the last thing that Jump did? Wow, we rescued 10 tons of jam. That's what Jump did.
We did.
Very exciting. And 1,800 gold pieces from Travis's personal hoard held in the dapper hat of holding.
And there's also a little insight there to everybody into Amadan's adamant note-keeping. Always has the details.
Do you want to hear an excerpt from my notes, which are less detailed but also enjoyable, which are a quote from our favourite little tiny dragon friend. "Oh, Traevous, you're such a twat." From Jump.
Oh, Travis.
Works in could be from any situation.
It's a particular kobold insult, which means someone that hatched from the egg far too early and should be put back in for a few more months to mature slightly.
I think it's pronounced twat.
Oh, look. You gotta have there's an apostrophe, twat.
Isn't that how they say it in America? They say twat, which I think's like that's not the same word. That's a whole different word, surely.
What?
I didn't think Americans use the word twat.
No, I might be making this up, but I thought they said the word twat.
What?
But speaking of super mature characters, RevTed, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you very much. Rusty's taking a brief sort of internal respite. You know, it's kind of like his memory is like a bit of paper. You know, it's got some figures on it, some writing on it. Reminds him what he is, what he does, what he can do, what he aspires to. So.
Just fold it away and pop it down somewhere. That's
that's
fine.
There's also a digital copy, thankfully. So
that is the best way to do it, in my opinion. I'm all about the digital copies of things, including OneNote, where all my notes are for all of my games. If I lose OneNote, I lose a large portion of my brain. It'll just go with it. But with our diligent and adorable heroes introduced, we will go over to the game. Let's see if this works. It does work. Sweet. Some things still work, which is good to know. So, previously on Jammy Dodgers, I'll do a little scene. So, we hear a seagull's cry as we see it gliding smoothly 30-40 foot in the air in the clear blue sky, riding the winds, trailing behind the Moon Dancer, a sailing ship that was recently damaged in a battle with a dragon named Caustus. The seagull cries out again this time, but oddly you now hear a response from someone not too far away. Going, shut up will you, mate? As a few feet away, rising from the crow's nest, you see Traevous, the trader, quote-unquote, from the town of Scrumby. Half awake and hands bound, having recently been rescued from Caustic's lair by the heroes, and is now being seconded up into the crow's nest. As well as all of the loot, all of his borrowed magical items, and of course all of the Scrumberry jam, as Jump mentioned, well, as Amadan mentioned, had been pilfered from the good people of Scrumberry. The loot was secured after our heroes battled the last of Caustic's acid-drenched minions, who were bashed to pieces by our lovely heroes, and they are currently working as Dodgers, a kind of intern crew member aboard the Moon Dancer, which is the cow equivalent, under the orders of Captain Sartell and their first mate Flapjack. Now the Dodgers are making their way home across relatively calm waters. We see the passengers, Raph and Demi, who had their wedding on the boat very recently. No, renewal of vows, right? Or is it like a second wedding?
Yeah.
On the deck, sharing a picnic together. Meanwhile, off on one side, Mrs. Flowerpenny, the local baker, and Jump's previous employer, who seems to be having a quiet word with the captain. And Flapjack remains below deck, recovering from his wounds. So as the camera kind of pans around the boat, where do we find our brave adventurers? Jump, who was gifted a magical wooden spoon by Miss Flowerpenny. What are you up to on the journey home?
Jump is literally standing very, very, possibly too near the prow of the ship. She is got a greasy spoon out, and on the spoon end, she's carefully balancing her mystical focus.
Ooh.
Which, at this point, because it's been drenched in seawater, because the ride on top of the dragon, it's got a little bit soggy, and it looks, if I were being generous, it looks like a melted blob of chocolate ice cream. It doesn't look like a poo on the end of the spoon. And she's concentrating, and this mystic focus is actually hovering very slightly over the end of the spoon.
Ooh, very nice.
Very slightly. It's taking all of her energies to do this, though. Possibly to the detriment of possibly her balance at the front of the ship. But, she's tough.
I guess an errant wave and Jump's gone.
Quite possibly.
Well, whilst perusing the treasure in the dragon's lair that you guys defeated, the Dragon of Caustic, Rusty came across a fancy conch shell that had familiar symbols, which led to a brief chat with his god. But what do we find Rusty doing now on the voyage home? Has he been given any tasks, or is he doing anything of his own accord on the boat as you return?
He's been wandering around the balustrades of the boat, just sort of balancing and trying to. He's been nibbling at the cheese darts, so he feels he needs to, yin and yang and get some exercise. But at one point, he's not entirely sure. But at one point, he does kind of like topple over and fall backwards, and he sort of just looks to the nearest flat surface, and then suddenly he's there. He just sort of pops into existence like a.
Oh wow!
That's very cool.
Imagine like some really cool like mist forming together. It's nothing like that. It's more like of a puddle. It's more like just a puddle hitting a bit of wood.
Is there a sploosh noise?
Yeah. But yeah, he's currently wondering if he can recreate that again. So.
I think that counts as a training montage for Rusty. I also like the game of throwing a cheese dart and then retrieving the cheese as both exercise and cheese snacks. The same go. Throw a dart.
They're more cheese darts in name than actual content of cheese.
Formerly known as.
Yeah, scented cheese darts.
Also, very excellent use of the word balustrade. So as Rusty is doing their teleporting, exercising, cheese eating routines, whereabouts is Bask with their very fine new hat, which was more than it seemed, retrieved from Traevous. What are they up to aboard the Moondancer?
So they'd be kind of, he'd be kind of up on deck, like maybe where you can get some good light. Possibly we see Rusty trying to transport, and the first time he like pops/melts into existence, Bass kind of like, ugh, and all of his hair stands up and look of horror. But then he quickly goes back to getting on with what he is doing, which will be initially having a cat bath, because he's had a very grotty few days. And then when he's clean, he will realise that the hat he's got from Traevous, while it is a very useful hat, is also like it's got little bits of acid damage on it and bits of jam, and maybe Traevous probably hasn't taken the best care of it, so it's looking a bit battered. So he's gonna use the some of like the twine and the needles that he'd maybe use to fix his fishing nets normally, and try and repair the hat of holding so it looks a bit more respectable for a gentleman like Bask.
Oh, I like the idea of Bask maybe occasionally getting little stung fingers as they're trying to sew like a magic item. Like every now and then, like, there's a whole dimension just below this thread.
Well, like if you do say like drops a pin and it just falls into the hat, it's like, oh,
Forever.
Every now and then you pull a stitch and a coin just flies out. Well, after a little while of you guys getting settled in for your routine on the return home, Captain Sartell, the captain of the Moondancer, who has kind of taken the three of you on as Dodgers, like kind of an intern type position aboard the ship, on a temporary basis, as invites you over to maybe to the mast to kind of calls you over. Like, Dodgers, over here, please, three of you, and gathers you up.
I'll put my mystical focus away, and I'll scurry over, keen.
Cool. Bask and Rusty, you guys joining as well?
Yeah, Rusty's going to try and misty step, but not realise it's
Misty slip on the floor.
yeah, misty slop.
misty melt.
Yeah, and then he just gets up and walks.
And yeah, you'll maybe see Demi and Raph watching you. You're like, you're getting there, lad, you're getting there. Keep it up. So as the three of you arrive, Captain Sartell is joined by Mrs. Flowerpenny, the baker who the three of you know fairly well and have done some missions-ish for, done some jobs for, I guess. Mission seems a bit strong. And you...
With what we suspect about her, maybe missions is correct. You know?
And you have... you've done some work with her, and you invited her onto the boat to help cater the wedding of Demi and Raph. Not unaware that you would be fighting a dragon aboard the boat. But they all survived, which is good. But yes, Captain Sartell will kind of gather you together and go, well, I just wanted to talk to the three of you. Sea rules, being what they are, I feel remiss not telling you that all this gold and gem and the magical business is technically ours at the moment. And Miss Flowerpenny will join in. She's right, you know, it's ours to claim. Well, most would argue it's yours to claim since you lot did the slaying of the dragon. And I don't know what the townsfolk would think about it, but I just wanted you to know the situation before we get back home, in case, you know, you want to just heave-ho.
I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying we can have it or we can't have it?
I mean, by the rules of the sea, it's yours. You killed the dragon, you claim the loot.
Oh, because I thought you were going to stop us trying to claim it for a second.
No, she's trying to tell you guys the opposite. That this essentially by kind of like similar salvage rules, essentially. Is you guys found this? You guys killed the thing that it belonged to. It's yours.
Feeling like 10 tons of jam.
And the gold and the magic items and all that business.
I don't think I can eat 10 tons of jam.
As I say, I don't know how the townfolk would feel about it, but I thought I'd let you guys know the situation.
Do we want to keep 10 tons of jam?
Well, I mean, could we not turn it into a profitable business? Like, you know, it's like Traevous, but with, you know, less bad things.
Fewer dragons. You'll hear a shout come down from the crow's nest. That's a copyrighted idea. Go on, sorry.
Well, we could, you know. We don't want to like undermine the economy. I was going to say whatever that means, but I don't think there is an economy anymore of gem. So
Could be though if we give jam back, maybe.
yeah. Well, Jabask, what do you think?
And he's gonna hesitate a bit because he's like, well, we only started to follow the jam for Mrs. Flowerpenny. I think it is your jam. But I do like my hat, so I would like to keep that. But perhaps we give some of it back and keep some of it for
Bribery.
Negotiations.
Well, how much jam can you fit in that hat? Euphemism. That's a genuine question.
That's a genuine question.
How much jam can I fit in my hat?
I don't know actually. Is there a limit on bag of holding? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at the technicals of a bag of holding. Let's have a look. It's a hat of holding, but it is a bag of holding. Up to 500 pounds. So you can take. You can't take 10 tons of it, but you can take 500 pounds of it. And nothing else. Just a hat full of jam.
If you take 501, does it start trickling down?
Oh, mate, I just clean this hat.
For every pound of jam you put into it, more like the same amount comes out constantly.
Wow. But we can't fit £22,000 of jam in there then.
Is that what that is?
Okay, so we can fit 1/44 of the total. So if there's 44 barrels, we can fit one.
Do we?
Pretty cool. That's quite a lot of jam.
We could fit like a barrel, but like, could we? Because I feel like we've not actually paid Raff and Dimmy for rebuilding the thing. We essentially kidnapped Mrs. Flowerpenny and made her work for free because we didn't pay her, and the entire crew of the Moon Dancer also. Like, I feel like there's probably a fair wage that we owe our crew. I say our crew, and that's sort of like.
Do you mean like crew, like crew? Gangster style.
More like the helpless passers-by that we dragged along on the adventure.
I thought we were gonna pay them in promotion and stuff.
Exposure.
Yeah, exposure. Isn't that the deal?
I thought we were just paying them in kindness, you know. Thank you. That's at least 20 quid, 20 gold.
Wasn't Captain Sartell in port originally for some jam?
Yes.
So we can possibly pay the crew off in jam. We gave Dimmy and Raph an amazing wedding. Second wedding. You know, they saw a dragon. Amazing.
If anything,
Fair.
like we know what wedding
They
prices are
should
like.
pay us.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can add an extra 0 onto all of your gold charges.
Yeah.
They owe us
fact
money.
that they repaired a ballista is neither here nor there.
Oh yeah, that was what they were doing. It wasn't
They
a wedding
do
trip
that
at all.
for fun. No, it wasn't.
You got me changed around on that now.
That was just a honeymoon activity. Team building.
Ballista building. And Miss Flowerpenny, who knows what that ninja mistress wants.
Well, she will pipe in if you guys are having this chat around them. Well, I think I'm sure we'll be able to sort something out in town if you don't want to, change direction. And I know that me and Demi and Raffle would appreciate it as well. At least getting dropped off in port before you abscond, if that's what you're doing.
Maybe we could hide it in some sort of apple-sized balls, like put the jam in the middle, apple-sized dough ball, and maybe put some sugar on it just to distract people from what's inside.
Mrs. Flowerpenny's just writing down furiously next to you.
Oh, and what? We call them dough balls.
Oh, I don't know, or dog nuts. But I suppose that's got the wrong meaning.
I was going to call them rusty balls, but that's probably a better name.
Basketballs. Oh, it's got to be basketballs.
No.
A sugary basketball for you.
Chomp
I
on
know
your chomp balls.
Bask would never give his name to anything that's sticky.
Well, while you guys are deliberating, the loot that you have rescued from the dragon's lair, as well as what to do with what to name these donut-like items, Captain's Hotel has gone to the prow, the front of the boat. I think that's prow. And she stands dramatically with one leg up on the balustrade, so a word that I learned before, and on the forward rail, and extends her eyeglass and kind of points it forward along the cliff line, and shouts out, "We're about half an hour away from dropping anchor. I can see a lot of people, though. A lot of people down at the pier front." And she kind of waves you guys over if you guys want to have a look.
Is it a welcoming?
Have they got pitchforks rather than food forks?
Regular sized forks. They just got regular forks, which I think might be more menacing.
Never thought about that before.
Do you all want to do perception checks as you look off back home to Scrumby?
No, you're asking. If somebody, say, hadn't used Roll20 for 8 weeks, where might they find their character sheet?
In the top right, there's a little collection of tabs. And one of them will be, if you click on I think it's the third one, you should find Bask as one of the listed
Oh,
tabs
that's
there.
amazing.
Thank you
That
for
is
asking that
amazing.
question while I found the perception button.
No, you'll have to wait for me while I find the perception button. Here we go.
Ooh, 22. Oh, well, what did you guys get? Sorry, I should say. Because we're doing it on stream.
I got a 3.
I got 18.
And Bask
22.
22. Is
It
John...
took me a while to find it, but then, once I saw real good.
Is Jump using the eyeglass the wrong way around, maybe?
John's actually spotted some broken part of the balustrade that must have been caught by a talon or something for the dragon, and she's actually mending the balustrade with a brand new spell that she's just thought of.
Very nice. Just
Yeah.
invented.
Yeah, just saw it and thought,
I wish that wasn't broken.
yeah, it's like,
Oh.
next, I wish I had lots and lots of golden coins.
As the boat just gets crushed.
The boat turns to gold and you all sink with the...
Yeah.
Well, Rusty and Bask, as you look through, Jump is distracted immediately, but you guys see large crowds on the lining the pier, and they all seem to be cheering. There is bunting about, and confetti being thrown into the air. The people at the edge of the lining the edge of the docks, as you get a little bit closer, seem to be waving towards you guys.
We'll get out of the way in a minute. Don't worry. Jump, I think there's a celebrity coming in behind us.
This doesn't seem right.
So, as you make your approach towards, as the Moon Dancer makes its way back towards it, towards the docks of Scrumberry, there is a huge celebration as the town seems to come to life. And as you moor up at the, and then the crowds gather round. Sorry. Cheers kind of cry out as you guys arrive. Captain Sartell, who is very much unwilling to be in the limelight, actually begins to usher the three of you kind of more towards the front of the boat. Alongside you, you see Demi is reluctantly being pushed forward by Raph, who waves enthusiastically at the crowd. And not long after, Miss Flowerpenny joins them at the front and waves to a big cheer from the crowd. Looking back, the Mrs. Flowerpenny sees the captain kind of trying to push you three a bit further forward into the limelight, and she gives a wink to the Captain Sartell and turns to the crowd, and beaming with pride, she shouts, "Fair people of Scrumberry, these three have single-handedly, well, triple-handedly, I suppose, retrieved all of our lost Scrumberry jam," and the whole crowd goes like, "Way!" "And defeated the dragon, yes, a dragon," and you hear like gasps across the crowd, "that had secretly sought to take over our beloved town using stupid, weak-minded fools." And you see Traevous, who's like awkwardly making his way down.
Is this still?
From the
with his hands bound. That
yeah,
really
like awkwardly
is
trying to make his way down from the crow's nest. He's kind of like ducks down out of view as much as he can. But before it could take over and ruin our lovely town, it was stopped by the Dodgers, and kind of pushes the three of you forward. And as you're presented at the prow of the ship, the town folks cry out, "The Dodgers! The Dodgers!" Demi and Raph seem to have gotten some of the Scrumberry jam jars from somewhere, and begin to throw the jam jars out to the crowd.
Lob them.
Some more violent assault.
And they roll decks. See how well they do it.
Yeah.
I was an adventurer like you until I took a Scrumby jam jar at the end.
Screams erupt through the crowd as panic running begins to spread now. Demi laughs with a jar in each hand. See, what are the three guys doing as you're kind of being presented in front of this crowd, all cheering for you?
Making sure that the ballista is not capable of firing jam jars.
Loose. How about Bask? What are you up to as this crowd kind of presents? How's Bask reacting to that?
He'll be like, hi. And so, and then he'll probably be trying to like, you know when you had a school photo but you didn't want to stand near the front, so he's kind of trying to angle behind everyone else, but he's trying to angle behind Jump, so it's really ineffective.
Slightly shimmering sideways. How about Jump?
Tall is fast.
That's a good question.
How tall? I think he's about 6 foot.
Maybe hide a knee behind.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. 5 foot. So.
Okay. 5
Basically
foot.
invisible.
Okay. Yeah.
5 foot and 12 stone. He's chunky.
You can do a stealth check if you want to behind Jump. Jump, how are you reacting to the crowds?
These people are all screaming and shouting in a good way. This is unheard of. Jump pulls out the Octo Whisk. Friends, You too can have an Octo-Whisk, should you desire it. This gentleman made it for me.
Demi
And I
would
reckon-
be trying to wrestle it out of your hands. No.
I reckon he can do kobold-shaped ones if you should desire. You can have a whole selection of me as your kitchen utensils.
And
Isn't that grand?
he's just like that to
waving
the
it
crowd, just
about.
like, no, I've got enough business, I don't need this.
Kobold-shaped cutlery. You know you want it.
And how about Rusty, after you've checked the the munitions?
Rusty's going to be sort of the sidestepping towards Job. It's a good time to mention that we decimated a whole crop of someone's field. You know, do they know that was us? Should we let them?
No, they don't know. Look,
I feel, you know, they're in a good mood. It's probably a good time to tell them.
no, that were the corn crabs, spiders.
Technically, that was under Travis's guidance, so I think that he is culpable for all destruction and shortage of food befalling the town of Scrumberry. Thank you.
Has Travis got
Yeah, I
down
can
to
go on
the
that.
deck yet?
It hasn't been invented yet, but all this Teflon shoulders are nice.
Is Travis on the deck yet?
Yeah, he'll be like ducking down, and he'll probably be passing jars of jam to people to up to Demi and Raph and stuff who are chucking them out, but trying to keep a low profile.
When Bass says, yeah, it's all Travis's fault, may I grab him and give him a swift kick down the gangplank? Here you go, he's the bad guy, he's the cause of all the trouble.
And the crowd.
Wait, do we still have the what was it? The umbrella and the kite that he stole?
Oh, yeah,
no, it was
they'll
walking stick and the kite.
amongst a lot of other things. Yeah.
This kite. Let's give him to the mob for justice.
The mob reacts very because the vibe is very cheery and very like, hey, festival, and like suddenly being thrown like,
So look,
beat the criminal. They're not reacting the way you might expect, and they kind of like looked confused for a minute, and Traevous kind of runs back up the gangplank and just dives like as much as he can out of the way out of the deck, and looks afraid basically.
Where's a good like a crowd on a murderous rampage when you want one?
shall we rile them up?
Kill, everybody, come on.
So you know when
He punched a baby seal on the trip. It was really cute. A little bow. Blowed it out.
I'm picturing like, you know in Beauty and the Beast when Gaston is trying to like rile up the crowd. He's like, he'll kill your children. Just try. He's coming for you.
If Bask's willing to do a musical number about how bad the beast that Traevous is, then I think we're all up for that.
Okay, thanks.
Well, as the townfolk cheer and chat amongst you and listen to your stalwart blaming of Traevous, I mean, not inaccurately for everything, you learn that apparently there had been some near-apocalyptic event happening in town involving some fog, and it had all the people on edge. With the fog and the missing jam and the shooting stars, many felt that it was getting towards the end times. But when the mayor foretold of your return, and that it came true, and it was accompanied by such stories of heroism, the town folk have rejoiced at this kind of change of fortunes. And as the sun begins to settle down a little bit behind you, and the town is bathed in the soft orange and pink light of dusk, a procession of guards makes its way through the crowd towards you, led by Hob, who gently begins to kind of usher people away. And everyone will get what they've lost back. We just need to keep track of it all and make sure everybody gets what they're owed. Please head back. We'll make sure it's all sorted. And kind of like awkwardly makes his way to the front. Whilst the guards are kind of ushering away the crowd, although Demi and Raph aren't in the group getting ushered, they do take it as their cue to head home together. And Raph will come over to the three of you, and it was a beautiful ceremony. Thank you so much for everything. And Demi will it was a trip we won't forget soon for many reasons.
Well, not often you get to see a dragon.
Yeah,
Well-
so hopefully it's a once in a lifetime experience.
Oh no, I hope there's loads more. I mean, they're beautiful, weren't they?
We got to travel the world doing this wedding planning, so if we could find a few more of those dragons, we'd be set.
That is a unique sales angle, to be fair. Renew your vows, see a dragon.
Hire us, get the dragon. Don't hire us, get the dragon.
We're sending a dragon to you either way. So the two of them kind of head down the gangplank together with an arm around each other, and the earrings, the new renewal of vowel earrings, kind of glistening in the soft light. And with hugs all round for the three of you, Miss Flowerpenny also decides to make her way out, making her way back to the bakery. Well, that was a bit of fun, but I feel like I could go for a cup of tea and a Scrumberry tart. You guys get sorted here, and feel free to pop round if you like. And
Yeah.
so yeah, give each of you a little hug, and then she'll head out of the docks with an empty cake stand under one arm and a very large jar of Scrumberry jam under the other. And you see several of the guards think about maybe she shouldn't be taking that, but they quickly think twice about trying to stop her. Several of the guards seem to be hanging around the gangplank, and Captain Sartell kind of shouts out to you, saying the guards have come to collect the gem. I'm not really keen on letting a group of rando guards on the Moon Dancer. You three be able to help unloading the boat?
Yeah, I don't mind. I can carry a couple of barrels, no problem.
Yeah. We could do that for you, and I better get back to the old barnacle cleaning, I suppose.
Back to the old 9 to 5. Basky, you helping out with the unloading as well?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you are Dodgers still, I guess. So I'm back at the dock now, so I don't know. But as you guys finish up unloading the jam, the magic items, and the various other bits you acquired from the cave onto the dockside, you see Simon, the mayor's assistant, arrive, and he begins to tot up various the various kind of vats and jars and crates. And you see he is shortly followed by the mayor herself, who strolls onto the dockside, looking up at the stars as they're starting to emerge in the darkening sky. Escorted by Hob, he clears a path through any kind of the remaining onlookers, as she seems to be seeking you out. Hob gives
Does
you...
she look...
Did Hob get a promotion after his escapades?
He has
Or
not.
is this still too soon after the events?
He's not yet, at least, anyway. What was the question, sorry, about the mayor?
Does she look like she's sane, or is she still looking all
Do you want to
spacey?
an insight check?
Make a space cadet check. Oh no, that's investigation. Insight.
Oh, is it not?
Oh no, 13.
13. She is looking up at the stars, but she doesn't look anywhere near as spaced as she did last time you saw her. She looks a little bit more like she looks smilier and less kind of like confused and unfocused as the last time you saw her. Hob gives the three of you a smile, and then kind of like goes on beyond you and heads towards the gangplank and speaks to Captain Sartell, whilst the mayor comes and approaches the three of you.
Yeah.
I have heard the tales of bravery of you three little Dodgers have undertook for our fair town, and I wanted to thank the three of you personally. Tutti herself couldn't have foreseen how important your actions have been. I just wanted to say I'm sorry I didn't listen to you when you came to warn me. I have taken to heart what you said, and I have made it my goal to take action more and not obsess over every possible turn of events looking for the right one. to that end, I've asked Hob here to escort Traevous to the sheriff's office. And as she says that, you see Hob escorting Traevous, clapped in irons, down the gangplank and past. And tomorrow he will stand trial for his actions. And I've instructed my men here to create a list of everything to ensure everybody gets everything they've had taken from them, returned to them from this impressive haul that you've rescued. I want to let the three of you know that you'll certainly be getting your just rewards as well.
Oh well, that's mighty kind of you. Don't be too hard on old Peaches. He's well, I don't know what he is. But if you need someone to say a good word for him, I don't mind. I'm sure we can find someone to say a good word for him.
Has anyone else got any comments on Travis's trial?
Oh, he's really got his head screwed on right. He just doesn't have the foresight to make the best decisions, but he has good ideas.
I think he's like a bit of dough that needs shaping. Just sometimes you've got to, and then sometimes you just got to, and then you get the shape that you want.
And if you don't, you chuck it away and try again.
Or eat it.
When you are putting the trial together, make sure that you write down that he stole a kite and also a walking stick from an old lady. I do not think he is a good man.
As Rusty, as you're describing Traevous as dough that needs to be kind of shaped, you hear very quietly off in the distance the voice of Miss Flowerpenny saying, "No, he bloody isn't." But the mayor will say, "Well, I would ask you, if the three of you, if you wouldn't mind, to attend the trial tomorrow at the courtyard. You three have seen much of what Travis's goings-on were all about, and I think your views would be very greatly appreciated."
Is it like have we got to wear like important stuff? I mean, we're kind of a bit grubby.
Well, I shall be wearing my ceremonial robes, which are some of my favourites. But you can wear whatever you like. If you bring your own ceremonial robes, if you want.
So like smart casual then. No trainers.
Whatever you feel is best, Rusty.
When is it? Tomorrow? Because I was hoping to have a lie-in after my morning deliveries.
It's tomorrow evening, so it's around a few hours before now, but tomorrow.
Looking at this tide as well, I've got to get on with that barnacle pitting, I ain't gonna pick themselves, are they? Imagine.
But after the trial, well, if you're amenable, I am hoping to have a ceremony to celebrate this success and to celebrate the three of you. I think the town could benefit from a bit of nice positive focus. What do you think?
Is that why you'd be wearing your ceremonial robes?
Oh, no, that'll be an entirely different set of ceremonial robes.
You've got more than one set of ceremonial robes?
And everyone's got 7 or 8 ceremonial robes. I
What?
can't even say the word anymore. Ceremonial robes.
Oh, ceremonial robes. I feel like I should have some.
Well, you can do some shopping tomorrow maybe and see if you can get yourself some fancy ones if that's what you want to do.
Ben.
So basically she's inviting you, well, she's asking you to come to the trial and then inviting you to a ceremony, probably in a couple of days' time, to celebrate the whole situation that you guys have dealt with, essentially.
Oh.
Does it feel weird to be a hero in a town? I feel like I should be invading it and eating people, to be quite honest. That's what I feel like I should be doing deep inside. Not saving it down, but ravaging
well,
it.
I've got your back if you want to go. We've been this far.
That means a lot to me. That does. Thank you.
I might not I might not eat them now, but in spirit, I'd eat them.
It's all that matters.
I think we should make them eat their hearts out with our fabulous outfits.
I wonder where that one was going.
I felt quite hopeful for a minute, and now I'm excited for shopping. Yeah.
Well, I guess this means that we ain't going to spend a night together, like, are we? I mean,
Well, I suppose not, but
I kind of got used to having tails either side of me. A fluffy one and a pointy one.
That's ridiculously adorable.
So cute. Well, because we're both staying with Mrs. Flowerpenny, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you having a sleepover.
She did actually invite the three of you over.
Yeah.
Quite nice to sleep over.
She strikes me as the kind of person that might be watching you sleep, though. It's a bit weird.
I never noticed, but I do keep one eye out.
She just patrols the bakery of an evening every now and then with a samurai blade. It's just not just normal stuff.
Aye.
I ain't gonna lie, I had the slightest urge to just throw a punch her away, just to see what she do.
She would destroy you.
You guys have got backup characters, it's fine.
True.
So, the mayor will head off, pleased that she has thanked you personally, and that you have agreed to the ceremony and also the trial tomorrow. As the sky begins to darken, Captain Sartell, very tired from peopling way more than she was expecting to do today, approaches the three of you. Well, that was a bit of quite the welcome home for you lot. How are you all feeling?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling a bit bored, to be honest, because I quite like the excitement. And now I've got to go back to... Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering who's going to pick up all this bleeding ticker and this bunting.
Well, it's funny you should say that. We were looking at shoving off rather sharpish after all of this nonsense.
Oh,
no. But as I say, I don't really want to get underway until Flapjack is fully back on his feet, which is going to be a few days at least. Plus the Moon Dancer's going to need some work. I'm glad I'm friends with the ship right now anyway, eh?
There's still no barnacles though, is it? That's, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh no, it's just normal. And she kind of tries to just completely brush off that. I've got to say though, you guys, seeing you guys in action against that thing, the Moon Dancer doesn't need a lot of crew. But I'm thinking maybe this temporary Dodger thing, maybe it doesn't have to be so temporary.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, if you're up for it, there might be a space for the three of you aboard the Moon Dancer.
What? We could be... I would like that more than anything else in the world. To experience Infinity again on board the Moon Dancer.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Jump had that little experience when they took the helm for a bit.
That were the most amazing experience in my life. I saw everything all at once.
Yeah, well, to be honest, our track record with boats isn't particularly good, actually. We tried making a baby boat, but that didn't work. So, but yeah, maybe I won't drive or park. But yeah, I've got nothing better to do. He's going to start looking around for a barnacle to see if we can put it on the hole and see if it'll stay there.
Super glue it.
Yeah.
Get some jam and just
draw one on. What's Bask's reaction to Captain Sartell's offer?
If Rusty and Jump are in, I am in.
Oh,
Hey.
that's very sweet.
Do we still get our old bunks?
Yeah, well,
Do we have a bunk?
I'll give you bunks. I don't think you've had bunks so far.
Don't remember sleeping on a ship.
Well, I slept in someone's bunks.
Ooh.
That's what that was. I've got to. If you do, the offer is it's a real offer to come with us. But I've got to warn you, it's far from the life you know. Far from it. I think you guys can handle it, but being out there, it can change you. Take that to heart, because you'll be far from your families here in Scrumby.
Ain't got no fun. Got some friends, but they're coming with me.
I got my uncle, but
I think
sure
you'll be all right.
he'll probably die in the next 50 years or so. So I think we're very good.
I don't think you're right about it. You're joking about that. Where I'm from, family is more than just about the blood. It's your people, And from what I've seen, kind of like points to like all the bunting on the floor. Like you've got a fair bit of family here. Even that rotten egg that was up in the crow's nest.
Well, I'm confused. So you're telling me everyone's got to come? If we decide to come, everyone's coming.
Oh God, no.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Perfect. There's a round of applause. Rarely has that been so well executed. Well, you've got a few days to think on it. Flapjack needs his medicinal supply of jam, apparently, and to get him back up on his up to strength. Plus, we'll be sticking around long enough to see this ceremony of yours, at the very least. Which reminds me, actually, I need to go see that mayor about the reward. I may not want to be front and centre of all this, but it doesn't mean I'm saying no to a little bit of loot. And she kind of like looks past to try and see where the mayor's walked off to and makes her way there.
How many ceremonial outfits have you got?
You asking the captain, though?
Yeah.
Ceremonial what? What are you talking? Kind of just looks down at her pants and like shrugs.
She's the American pants.
Not just us,
like billowing pirate pants. She's got
hammer pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Emergency sails, just in case.
We thought the Moon Dancer was a glamorous name, but it's actually Hammer Time. Is the dance of the Moon Dancer.
It's a well-established tradition on long journeys.
Bad luck if you don't do it.
So you guys have essentially got the evening and the next day to yourselves to rest and relax. Is there anything you want to do of the evening or the next day before the trial of Traevous takes place?
Well, I mean, I think we've got to get washed up, haven't we? I mean, hang on a minute. I'm just going to jump in the sea. Well, that's me done. Right. Well, anything you want to do?
What do you want to do? I mean, what is there to do in Scrumberry on an evening?
After the kind of the festivities of your guys' arrival, most people have gone home and gone to bed, and the inns might be one or two open still, but it's kind of like last orders time.
You know, it really is a bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nightlife.
Shall we go and see Mrs. Flowerpenny and get some tea and a Scrumberry tart? For all time's sake.
Yeah. Probably a good idea I didn't punch her then.
What?
I mean... hang on. Where's your bike?
Oh, bloody heck. Is it still on the pier where I left it, or has that vanished?
I was going to say someone might have taken it back to the Miss Flowerpenny's, but Miss Flowerpenny's been with you, so, so probably not. Probably
Someone nicked my bike.
It might have been taken.
It's rusted.
Was it Traevous?
where the bike is.
When you think back on it, you realise now that he wasn't in Clapton Irons, he was holding a small bicycle. Traevous!
Oh no! Can I follow the bike tracks?
Yeah. And you'll find a small child's kind of riding in circles around the
Oh,
around the fountain in the courtyard.
I'm gonna punch the small child off the bike.
Fine.
Kid just runs off shouting, "Dragon! Dragon!" Yeah, you can go see Miss Flowerpenny. She will have prepared some tea and tarts for you all. And yeah, anything else you guys want to do in the daytime? Or if you guys want to chat to Miss Flowerpenny about anything, or yeah, anything you guys want to do before the trial.
Oh, who does all this gold belong to? Has that all been counted by Simon? Has that been taken?
Are you asking? Who are you asking, Miss Flowerpenny that, or are you just asking like?
I'm asking
the
the room in general.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just as I'm blowing into my tea. Say first, come.
The various bits of like items and the jars of jam, the crates of jam and stuff, they've all been counted and kind of like they're still basically down by the docks, but kind of been put aside. The gold is all under Bask's hat.
Oh. Are there any clothing shops in Scrumberry? I've never been to them myself. I just limited myself to pie shops. But are there clothing shops? Because I want a ceremonial robe.
There will be at least a couple of kind of clothes vendors throughout the town.
Which one's the most glamorous? Because I want to look the part.
The shop next door.
There is the Swiftwork, which is kind of a run by Thalia Swift, who does unparalleled kind of stitch work. She's very good at that. So she's the more. Most of the town has more of like kind of hardy, working clothes. But if anyone's going to be able to do finery, it's probably going to be Swiftwork.
Unparalleled as in no one can match her, or unparalleled as if she can't.
It's all over the show. Yeah.
Wonky.
Well, quite perpendicular.
Everyone is unique.
No two lines go the same.
But yeah, that's probably your best bet. If you guys want to head over there the next day, you can do.
I think that might be fun. Anything else you want to do?
Well, I could maybe get some more cheese for my cheese things. It seems
shall
to
we-
disappear. I think there's a magic item.
Rearm them.
Go to a cheese shop.
Reload them.
So we've got a cheese shop on the cards.
How about Bask?
Shall we go and visit the hush rooms? Say bye.
Oh,
Right.
that left me with a strange feeling deep within the pit of my tummy.
Oh,
Are we not taking them with us?
You did leave them at Emil Staines' place.
Yeah, but that was just like babysitting, wasn't it?
You can go and check in with Emil for that if you want to.
Oh, I might, yeah. Some time to prepare.
Oh.
As you are making your way around the town, heading up towards the Swiftwork place and up to Emil's if you are going up there, you see posters around, which you probably have seen before, for the frequent kind of event that happens at Scrumberry from time to time, known as Sales Night, which is a event where the docks all of the boats kind of come into harbour, each bring out their wares and have a little, basically it's an evening festival. There's music, there's games, and there's a big sale on. It's not spelled sale, it's spelled the other sale. And that is it's in a couple of days' time. So there's.
I never understood this post. It's why would you want to put a ship in a giant purse? It's a bit silly to me. I suppose it keeps it safe. Jump, would you put a ship in a giant purse?
I don't have a purse, but I'd certainly put it in a dapper hat.
But yeah. No, I don't get it.
So what's sales night then? Is it like some kind of ship boot sale?
That is very good description for what it is.
So it just brings out all your junk and then we go and buy it. Well, this sounds like it could be very, very interesting because, more loot is bigger lair, more... Well, it's just good, isn't it?
Right, last time I went, it was just full of toys from my childhood at stupid prices.
Were they toys from your childhood in particular? Were they your toys? That your uncle
How do you
sold?
mention it? Yeah, actually, yeah. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't remember seeing them. But...
How did that make you feel?
Look, the hush rooms are enough. Okay, I don't want to go down.
Do you want us to go and visit your uncle and give him a good talking to?
No, I want a hug.
Oh, I'll give him a hug. I'll give him a hug around your shins.
That's the most competent shin hug I've ever had.
I'm good at giving shin hugs.
I like the idea that the last time Rusty went to sales night, they just actually went to the cupboard in their uncle's house. Like, this is all my stuff.
Wait a minute.
So you end up at Swiftworks, and the kind of a wood elf, slightly dark-skinned, tall lady will welcome you in, and in the window and everywhere is like very kind of hardy gear. But you can maybe catch at the back of the shop behind, like where all of her workings are, is a very elegant-looking dress that she is working on. But it's not at all what she's putting up for like front and centre sale.
Is
How
that
can I
dress for the mayor?
help you through?
Sorry, I interrupted you. I was just astounded by the gloriosity of the dress.
Oh, thank you. It's something that I'm working on, just for me. It's nothing too fancy. How can I help the three of you? Sales outfits? Berry picking gear?
What's a sales outfit?
It's a uniform that some of the boats have to make sure that it's hardy and tough and doesn't wear that easily. A lot of corduroy, surprisingly.
No. What? It's corduroy. No, I want to look.
Show you some corduroy.
Oh, that feels horrible.
Sample book that she's got.
Corduroy catalogue.
Yeah.
Volume 2.
17 different types in here. You can.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we want to look fabulous for... What's this shindig we got tomorrow? Back up at him. No, it's today. Slept since then.
Some evening wear, perhaps?
I want to look amazing. I want to look mysterious. I want to look powerful. I want to look like I've got the very universe at my fingertips. Like my eyes are open. I can see the infinite. Can you do that by the end of the day?
She looks you up and down. Like, it wouldn't take much material, so I think I probably could.
Could you make me look about 7 foot tall?
I can give you a very tall hat.
How about shoes with little platforms underneath them?
Oh, I don't do shoes, sorry.
Oh, tall hat it is then. Mysterious though, right?
She'll ask you, what kind of outfit do you want, Jump? Do you want a robe? Do you want a suit? Do you want a frock? What kind of stuff is Jump wearing?
Jump is currently wearing
Or
a
requesting, I
very
guess.
dark sack that she's turned into a mysterious robe. You can still, on part of it, you can see parts, and then the other part you've got 8 toes. So if you put them together, you can. I want a robe, please, because all powerful magic types wear robes, don't they? Don't they? Admittedly, the powerful magic type of my tribe went around butt naked, with a few bat wings tied around his bits.
It's a fashion choice, I suppose, but I don't think it would get much. Well, it would get lots of looks in town here, but not the ones you'd want.
They were all decaying and withered. The bat wings were all right, though.
And how about you, my third friend? What kind of outfit are you after today?
I would like a suit with very nice material, and perhaps something that would make my hat match. From what I've gestured to.
Basing the outfit around a hat. I've not seen that for a little while, but I can make a suit to match the hat. And you want like kind of like a jacketed suit kind of look? Is that what you're after for?
Yeah, or like a 3-piece suit.
Maybe
Maybe with like a cravat that he can put like his little, because he's got like his little charm, right? So he can like put his like little cravat pin right there.
That would look splendid.
I'm sure I can put a piece together for you along those lines. And how about you, my friend? Looks to you, Rusty.
What I'd really like is like similar to what I'm wearing, but clean.
And she'll look over like, yes, I could see that would really work for you. I can do that.
She has excellent customer service.
She'll come back in a few hours. It'll be, let's say, it's a rush job, so it'll be a little bit extra. 15 gold pieces altogether.
All together, 15.
There's some serious calculations going on.
I like the bargain.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Oh, very, very good. I'll see you a bit later on then. And so you guys can go, guys, what you want to do for the rest of the day. You can kind of chill out, or did you want to go to a meals, or do you want to do that another time?
Shall we say goodbye to the mushrooms? Or maybe we can take a couple with us to see the worlds. The worlds of Delcanta. The rest of the world.
It's worth noting that you're not leaving for a couple of days yet, just to, in case that hadn't come across.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not be too hasty. We don't want to, say goodbye, do we?
You can go say hello though, if you wanted to. You guys, if you want to, maybe go up to the window and look through, and you see Rusty. You can see your little your friends in the window.
That's even sadder. Just like pressed against the window.
He's going to wave with 2 hands.
And they'll wave back with their whole being.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, what do they do when I peer in the window?
They all just like move back up. As you move around the window, like they'll like lean away from.
Oh.
They've seen what Jump does to to their kind.
They're just food, aren't they? Just food. That's all they are.
What was that, Jump? Did you say something?
I said they're adorable, aren't they? They're so delicious looking.
Their little cheruby faces.
They're so delicious looking.
I think that one there. I think that one's grown. Definitely, he's definitely grown.
So you guys can chill and take it easy for the rest of the day, and go back to Swiftworks later on, and she will produce for each of you, Jump, your robe, and a very tall kind of like wizard's pointy hat that stretches up about 5 foot.
Amazing.
A very large and surprisingly well-fitting suit for you, Bask, with a cravat. And Rusty present you with what looks like an identical outfit to what you're wearing, but perfectly clean and pressed and folded.
I did wonder how you were going to do that because I haven't been naked all day, have I? So quite impressed.
She seems to have colour matched it remarkably well to what you were wearing. And we'll offer you, if you want to get changed in the changing rooms that she has in a little shop, amongst all of the other kind of more rugged and robust clothes. And if you get changed to come out, she will look at the three of you and be like, "Oh, you all look absolutely remarkable."
That is mighty fine.
Well,
Quite difficult
watch my
to
eyes
balance.
there, please. It is a very pointy hat.
Is this an attack hat?
It can be, apparently, it seems. Well, I am closing up shortly, as I'm going to go down to the trial myself. I know everyone is heading down to see what happens with Traevous. Is that the event that you three are attending, or is it a private shindig for you three somewhere?
Owen, tell me, is it normal to take rotten fruit to pelt at the wrongdoer in this society?
Oh no, not at the trial though. That's usually the punishment stage. You
Oh.
can take snacks to eat though. It's quite entertaining, and she produces like a small pastry that she'll have gotten from Miss Flowerpenny's earlier that day.
Oh. Oh, all right then.
Is
Let's
it
do
Miss
it.
Flowerpenny has literally got her finger in every pie, hasn't it?
Every pie.
Quite the business person is our Miss Flowerpenny.
See her outside the trial selling buckets of popcorn, like
Yeah.
those little sweets you have at fairgrounds.
Little twisted top bags.
Yeah.
So, that evening, crowds begin to gather and press down towards the sheriff's office, the main guardhouse in town. And you see several people kind of like, almost like the dodging morning, where you guys saw crowds of people all kind of funneling towards this one location. And you can see a large chalk sign board being put outside saying, "The Trial of Traevous."
Wow.
And if you wish, we will get onto the Trial of Traevous next week.
The Traevous trial.
The Traevous Trials. Dun, 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 dun. CSI Scrumby.
I feel like it needs like a name, like Watergate, like Jamgate, Peachgate.
Caustisgate? No, it doesn't work, does it? Peachgate is pretty good. Well, welcome back to Scrumby, to the three of you, and welcome back to Jammy Dodgers, as you have arrived to a hero's welcome, and immediately been requested for two kind of corporate events, a trial and then a ceremony.
Yeah.
But at least the three of you now look the part with your fancy new outfits. I like the idea that Rusty would definitely look fancier, even though it's the same outfit. Just it's that clean and that well pressed compared to what he's been wearing that he does actually look like extra fancy in this.
I like the idea that we will have had like a like, you know, in like the 90s when they do like a makeover show and like the nerdy girl would like take off her glasses and be like, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, it's a different person. It's like that, but Rusty's in clean clothes and everyone's like, what?
Who's that guy?
Swoon into the left and the right.
Slow motion walking down towards the trial. But yes, we will find out what fate is awaiting Traevous. Do you guys know how you're going to plead on on the Traevous case?
I think I'm gonna stick up for him. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you?
that's very sweet.
Really depends with what he says on the day.
Fair enough.
You know.
Bask looks much more doubtful about the situation.
Like, he was a bad man and he threw a brick through Miss Flowerpenny's window. Like,
Is
No.
Bask taking the crossbow into this?
He might
Bask's
just
not
like
there, but I did see her near the grassy knoll.
if he starts lighting, yeah, I'm just gonna be like just flinging it like oh.
Traevous wouldn't lie. It's Traevous.
He's a bad man.
bad man.
Well, how are we gonna plead? I don't know. I could go either way.
I've got an image of Shrek when they're getting married and the bloke's got the signs up saying "boo" and "yay."
That's what Miss Flowerpenny's doing outside of the courthouse. Little pastries in the shape of boo or yay. You can hold them up.
Boo buns
Do we
and
lob them at
Boo
him to
buns.
vote?
and yams.
Okay.
Well, you can find out how the trial goes in CSI Scrumby next week on the Little Ghosty Games channel. You can also keep an eye on the Little Ghosty Games channel for a Vaesen, which might be coming at some point soon. And you can find me on Sunday playing Doom 64, which I'm really enjoying, which I wasn't quite expecting to enjoy quite as much as I am. It's very, very fun. But we have also been joined by Bask. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for running. Really enjoyed it. Nice to be back.
I realised that I said the Vaesen bit, which is the thing that you use normally. I'm just saying stuff.
I don't do anything apart from this and Vaesen, but that's okay. Join me for the other thing. Hopefully at some point this weekend. Or if not, at some point in the next 3 months. Could go either way.
In the next 3 months. That's the best target, right? That's how we've been doing Jammy Dodgers, so stay tuned. And of course, we've been joined by Rusty, RevTed. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Oh no, it's been a pleasure. So getting back into it. Sorry about the voice. It kind of went a bit all over the place.
No, I didn't notice at all. I only heard classic Rusty. Classic Rusty FM.
Fair enough. But no, it's been good. A good laugh.
It has been a good laugh. And last but not least, Amadan, thank you for joining us today.
Hello, everyone. Wow, what a great comeback, eh? I'm looking forward to the next courtroom drama.
What a comeback. It's all action. It's all action.
All action.
You guys did a perception check. You moved some crates. You chatted to the mayor.
I mean, two objection checks.
Bought some robes.
Objection!
You look fabulous.
We look fabulous.
It's true. Yeah, your homework for next week is to each make yourselves an objection holdout card to hold up to camera.
Fantastic! Accepted.
But we will join you all next week. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Jammy Dodgers. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we will catch you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.